Welcome everybody to Yapping Walters podcast. I'm your host Walters, and today we have a guest named. Introduce yourself.
My name is Arina. I am your favorite dev team lead. I'm a variety streamer. I don't have any special abilities. I know all like VTubers have some special abilities and stuff. I don't have that. I'm a mere peasant human. Nice to meet you.
Well, technically you have because you are a developer, and yet
Does that count like a superpower?
to some yes, because I know Arina has said this to me said this to me, but I know every developer is in a game developer, but Arena is in a game developer before you ask.
Oh,
I wanted to make it clear, but I feel like in every work industry, yeah, I think that's right. Where if there's a developer, I will feel like that's a hell of a good good skills to have. But either you have a software developer, game developer, or any developer. I feel like that's a hell of a good job, and yeah.
yeah, I've heard some people consider like developers in a way like artists because they create stuff from nothing, like
Yeah,
artists, they create a piece of art from nothing, and just like us, we create software from nothing. So I
yeah,
guess it counts.
yeah. And for like whenever I see a software developer or 3D developer or whatever, like people making software from zero, basically, I'm gonna always be like, "Damn, good job!" And
It's
hopefully,
impressive.
yeah, it's freaking amazing that people have nowadays that ability, because well, if you freaking go like back like 30 years 40 years ago, that wasn't a possibility. So thanks advance
That
time,
is true.
thanks advance time, thanks for that. And
Definitely, my job would not have existed if I was born 20 years back.
I feel like in general, I don't want to say most because it's not most, but like sick good amount of jobs wouldn't be possible if like internet or technology wouldn't be in the freaking the way how it is today. I feel like that would be the case.
Definitely, I remember, like, I think I've said that before, but I'll say it again because I am super happy that I was born the time when I was born. Like, I know there are some people who think, wow, I would have loved to be born like in the 20s or something. I am so happy that I was born like the time I was born because I can see all of this, because I can see technology and the travel is so easy, and life is so, of course it has its complications, but in general life is a lot easier now than it was like 20 years ago.
Yeah, and like for example, like abilities to travel are easier. Like look at like planes or
Exactly.
bullet trains or ferries or ships. They are faster. They are better. At least what I have seen from like what I have went to freaking ships
Mm,
and
I've never
planes.
been on a ship actually.
I I've been because I live in Finland, and there's like the freaking sea that is
Yeah.
basically it's freaking cute. Like I could just buy a ship ticket to Germany, and I have get used that in past, or my family has used that, and I of course went alone.
Do
And
you get like seasick?
no, I don't
No?
get seasick or motion sick. So whenever I can, I'm gonna buy a VR, like an actual VR headset, because Beat Saber, boy,
Oh,
that's
be.
that because I have Beat Saber on my PlayStation,
Mhm.
but the problem is, first of all, the freaking I know that freaking it's on every platform, but on like the freaking music packs, of course they are gonna cost because like, licensing fee and the artist wants of it, etc. But like if you play Beat Saber on a PC, you can just mod the hell out of it. You can just download
Yes.
like soundtrack songs or like songs that aren't on Beat Saber officially. So
there is this free website where you can put a song from YouTube and it will generate a map for Beat Saber.
yeah,
It's super cool.
it's the same. Then it's the same with Clone Hero. It's basically Guitar Hero, but it's Clone Hero is basically Osu and Beat Saber. Beat Saber's modding community, so you just download, put freaking song in I think it's like the Clone Hero official site, and then you can able to make like a freaking like a Guitar Hero song based on that like song. So I've been waiting to get a Guitar Hero guitar, but I haven't found one in a good price.
Oh yeah, that is also true. And again, we come back to the people that develop these stuff. Like there is some developer out there who made these generators for Guitar Hero and for Beat Saber maps, and they just provided it for free. Do you know how much work that is? And they were like, "Okay, here you go, people. That's for you."
And
it's crazy.
And the freaking they and that's why I've whenever like a freaking modder community, for example, when people want older Call of Duty games to be safe because they aren't safe nowadays. If you buy them from Steam, they are full of rats. Not that a rat is an type of a malware attack. If somebody on an older Call of Duty server is a hacker that uses rat, they can go into your computer and steal your data and your IP address and your bank card details and that stuff. So nowadays people are usually going into like third-party server sites to play them safe. But the problem is Activision doesn't like that. And,
oh yeah.
And Steam has a freaking rule in their TOS as that if the game isn't safe to play, that game will be removed. And I don't know why older Call of Duty haven't gotten removed, because they are not safe. I know a YouTuber that basically had to got an actual physical USB key to turn up his computer because his computer was full of hackers and that stuff. If he like logged in a normal way, he got an actual USB key, like a physical key that you have to plug into your PC to turn it up. But that's the sad part with like game modding communities, that some publishers like Activision, for example, doesn't like, but like Valve is for a good example. They don't mind at all if you mod the hell out of their games, because CS:GO is based on a mod. Prop Hunt is based on a mod, but CS:GO is based on mod for Half-Life.
Oh.
And the original modder actually got hired with Valve to make Counter-Strike.
That's so cool. That's actually super cool.
And that's the same is with Rockstar, makers of GTA, a little game called Grand Theft Auto series.
Oh yeah, a little game company, an indie game company.
Yeah, the people who made 5M, the roleplay mod, they got hired by Rockstar to be part of development of Grand Theft Auto 6, which is neat and good. And every company who is big enough to big enough to hire people, if their ability to mod. I would say in every industry, if they can modify something to make it better or safer or whatever, the actual company who make that product or make that service should hire them, because it's just good for business.
That is very true, actually. I agree.
Like for example, if I would be like, I don't know, Disney higher up, or Warner Brothers higher up, or I don't know, Apple higher up. If I saw freaking, because Apple nowadays makes series and movies, so that's why I bring that up. If I see a freaking art based on based on like their films or their series of like I would hire them as a graphic designer or on content artist because they like if the art is good enough of course and most of the people in the freaking like close up who are like on their recruitment team likes that art will be like this is okay.
They have already proved themselves to have the
like,
skills needed.
Then like contact them on by an email or DM them or on their socials and bada bing bada boom, you have a new hire and new talent.
Yeah.
And be good on your talent because don't be good on a golden egg. Be a good to the goose that laid the golden egg.
Yeah, I agree. Another game that I know allows mods is like Little Company, right?
Yep.
Because you can add a lot of mods. I had this experience of a collab that someone wanted to have a Little Company collab, and they provided us with like the mod pack, and it had I think 150 mods, and not everyone could run the game after 150 mods installed. It was a very interesting situation. People love mods though, because it makes like the game fun in a different way. Gives it more character.
Modding modding in nutshell is like if freaking people doesn't know what modding is. Modding is you modify a game files for like for example they modify a textures or give up the game a little extra files like a new monster or a new weapon or whatever. That's basically modding. And it's legal. It's not illegal. It's legal. Completely fine. I feel except if you make money out of it, then I feel.
Oh yeah.
Except if you are a dumbass company named Bethesda that wants to sell paid mods that they don't want to work. That happens in Starfield, and they tried that with Skyrim. That they wanted to sell mods.
Wow.
And it was dog
that
shit.
Is a little bit illegal now.
That
you're not doing it, and you're not doing it for just for a hobby. You're doing it for money.
Yeah.
Basically selling the game again. Someone else's game.
Basically the freaking sales pitch was like support your neighbor, your friendly modders, but the truth was like if the mod, for example, was like $7 or $8, Bethesda would get like $6 out of it, and or something like that, like most of the money, and the modder would get just tiny percentage of it, which is ass.
So they were. Yeah, I've heard similar stories to like small VTuber agencies. Have you heard about this? That there's like these VTuber agencies that take like good talents, but then they take like 60% of their income and give them like 40%.
I have heard that some VTuber agencies do that if you sign the if there is a contract to like take a 50% or 60 or 70 or 40 or something like that percentage of the revenue. I know, and I know it's an agency that supports you with editors, art, etc., etc. But still, come on. If a VTuber like size of, I don't know, a Cinder or Cottontail or Mataran or whatever, like those big size VTubers, they like, or the VTuber in general is talented, they're funny, they get watched a lot in Kick or Twitch or YouTube or in their used social medias. They will bring attention to the agency. So it's like I said, be good for the goose, not for the golden egg, because the goose lays the golden eggs, which brings the freaking what every company loves, money.
Money. Yeah, if you lose your talents, you can't get money. So treat your talents well, you know.
Yeah,
Have you?
and the perfect example is 2012. The previous CEO of Nintendo, when Wii U was completely failure in sales, he took a pay cut to keep his employees to employee because he wanted to keep his employees employed. And what happens 5 years later? They made Nintendo Switch 1, which is one of the highest selling game consoles ever.
That's actually such a great step to take.
Yeah, he basically said I don't remember when, but he said it like a few years ago or 6, 7, something like that. That if you just are planning for short term advantage, like freaking advantage, like if you hire, well, for example, if you went hire a lot of people in COVID times, that wouldn't be a good choice, because then in few years, not everybody, but most of the people will probably get laid down, like we have seen in the game industry recently, like around probably 40k, like me with 2 years have got the layout. That's sad.
I've heard it's not even only the gaming companies.
Yeah.
I've heard there have been a lot of layoffs also in general in the development industry, like at the IT industry.
Yeah.
There has been a lot of layoffs lately.
I've been following those, so that's why I bring them up. But like the way he meant that it's not good for employee morale to just fire them fire this amount of people now, then fire this and this and this. So that's why he took a pay cut, and the people who were the employees, they were talented engineers, developers, and that stuff. They made Nintendo Switch and the games. Even though I dislike some of the games, like Pokemon Scarlet, that game was horrendous. That game couldn't run on a freaking PlayStation 10, or freaking like that game was embarrassing and broken. Like, imagine freaking 5-year-old developing a game. It would look like that. It would look like a broken mess.
That actually sounds embarrassing.
And that game sold like 10 million copies.
Yeah, of course, it's Pokemon.
Yeah, but
everyone will buy a new Pokemon game every time. It's just like what Disney did with Star Wars. They bought the thing and start pumping up bad Star Wars movies. Garbage, but everyone still goes to watch it and they get their money. So, I don't know.
I don't like
the users are the problem. We are the problem.
Like, whoever, this is an offense to anyone who said that they liked Acolyte. I'm gonna ask, how the hell you like that garbage lore-breaking show that shows Blakes as a creep old dude? Like, bro, he's Plagueis in the novels and in the book, that Dark Plagueis the Wise is a really good book. Everybody should read that. That's how Plagueis was before Disney butchered it, and the Acolyte writer butchered it. He is wise character that manipulated the Force and used that. But in the freaking Acolyte show, he's like old man creep that watches in the background where the main characters go in the freaking bat. Like, bro, that's not my Plagueis. It would be the same if Sauron would be a freaking Karen. That would be the same. or
that would be crazy. I would. Yeah.
Or if Homer Simpson will have a pink hair, that will be the same. It will.
Oh my god.
Sorry to anyone who liked the show, but that show was ass. That show was ass. And don't get me wrong, in the time when Disney has, like, whenever Disney has owned, like 2012, October 31, they signed the deal. Ever since that, they have did good. Also, they have done okay or good shows. like Tales of the Jedi, Clone Wars final season, Mandalorian season 1 and season 2.
The Mandalorian.
They were good. But then compared to that, then there's the horrendous, atrocious shit like Book of Boba Fett or Acolyte.
It's more. I feel like the shit recently. The shit is more than the good stuff.
Yeah. And like I have seen like the Acolyte's main actor saying like, freaking the Star Wars fans are sexist and racist. I was like, what the fuck? What the hell? Why the hell you're blaming fans? because the show got cancelled. That's why he's saying that. She's saying that.
Well, I think it's with like you cannot say they're like this. Every single fandom enjoys their lore, and whenever someone like stomps on the lore of a show, of course they will turn against it.
Yeah, and
that is the normal thing.
Yeah, and I have heard this sentence in a million times, and I will hear it in probably a million times again. The most fandom that doesn't know what they're like is Star Wars.
Oh.
Like everybody has their own Star Wars. For example, like older people, like they don't quote unquote, they don't like as much like the prequels than they like the original, like 4, 5, and 6. Then there's the prequel that for example, I grew up with prequels like 1, 2, and 3. Are they perfect movies? Fuck no.
No, of course not.
But I still love them, nonetheless.
Same, of course. It's the same thing as I grew up like with the Matrix, the 3 Matrix movies. When I was a child, that was my favorite movie. And of course, Keanu Reeves was my favorite actor.
The guy who doesn't age.
Yes! But he's so good.
Yeah, and humble.
And humble.
Because there's
not a lot of people like him in Hollywood.
His net worth is like almost 400 million or something like that, but he still uses subways, and he drives a motorcycle. He doesn't buy a private jet. Of course, there's nothing wrong about buying a private jet, but I'm just saying that at least it feels like almost every celebrity, like a freaking actor or artist or like a really known people will buy a private jet and use that. Even freaking like he just uses normal planes and goes around and then buys gifts with whenever he films his movies. He bought with, I believe, when they were filming Speed 2, he bought Rolexes to every member of the film crew.
I remember that. I remember reading that story that he buys presents for the crew.
Yeah, and I believe Johnny Depp did the same with Pirates of the Caribbean 1 or 2. But also that's a freaking actor that I really like, Johnny Depp.
Me too. I also really like him.
And I'm not saying, but you can everybody there can imagine who I disliked because he got.
Oh yeah.
She's the reason that she's the reason that I'm never getting Pirates of the Caribbean 6 with Johnny Depp. So yeah.
It is.
And I know that egos are in Hollywood, especially a thing, I know, but like everybody's a human. Everybody's a normal person, no matter how much you have wealth, no matter how good you are in your career, you're always gonna be a normal dude. This is not freaking this is not ancient Crete that everybody, like some people were like freaking gods based on what they did. This is not.
Yeah, of course they're not. They start to think they are at one point, though. I feel some people really think they're gods.
Yep.
And I think that's a mental disorder, most probably.
If you feel like you're a god, I would say talk. about it.
Yeah, get some help.
Because you are not. You are a normal person, and also the problem with egos is that, for example, like Dwayne The Rock Johnson and Vin Diesel, they have in their contracts that they will not be able to be punished, hit in their movies, which is dumb.
What?
Yeah,
Is that true?
Yeah. They have in their contracts that they will not be able to be hit by like in the scenes, or like shown that they are not hit.
Wow.
Which
That's
is
kind of dumb.
Yeah, it is, and also like, how the hell you are thinking? Think about that. If you're you're a director, how the hell you direct those scenes? Yeah, of course.
That's a good question. I don't know.
Yeah, with camera angles, it could show like but still, like freaking imagine filming, I don't know, a freaking Fast and Furious or some kind of an action movie, and then the main star couldn't get hit. Like, bro.
Nothing can actually like replace a real hit. Come on, a slap, a real hit is not that bad.
And usually it's freaking. They are usually. I know that in films they aren't like actually punished. They're like freaking. And not punished, but like they will actually not hit like hard or something like that. They are like, of course, they're a freaking like stunt doubles and that stuff. Like, still, please, I wanna see good action. When I'm seeing an action movie and the main lead doesn't get hit or doesn't show like in the makeup, doesn't show like that actor or that character hasn't gotten a deep like if the character is going in a deep shit, like in most action movies the main character is, well, I'm kind of getting bored. If the freaking, first of all, if the makeup is ass, like it doesn't show that the main character, like maybe the character went on grenade explosions, and the main character's face is all right. Like, what? you went a fucking grenade. You went basically through war zone, and your face is normal. Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah, that is definitely not a.
You don't need a rocket scientist for that.
Yes, definitely.
Like, imagine your favorite, I don't know, zombie or post-apocalyptic series with some zombie type enemies, and the freaking a character gets bitten. There's not a bite mark. Yeah, all right. Yeah, you got bite. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Like, it's the same then if in a freaking zombie game, the zombies wouldn't like make a sound like the basic zombie sound. That would be the same. It wouldn't feel the same. It will feel like fake.
Yeah, that's very true. I don't think I have thought about this too much, but now that you say it, I agree.
And like with those, like it shows that like a freaking makeup artist, they do a freaking huge job, an amazing job with freaking movies or series or anyone in any media that requires makeup. That makeup is one of the freaking things that you don't recognize it, except when it's bad.
When it's bad,
yeah.
Yes. When makeup is bad, everyone notices, but when it's good, like everyone's like, oh.
If you want to see a horrendous video game adaptations that I hate with a passion, watch those motherfucking Resident Evil movies. They are dog shit.
Wait, there are Resident Evil movies?
Yeah, they are, I believe,
I didn't know.
7 or 6.
7 of them?
Yeah, and they basically butcher every Resident Evil 4 movie isn't based on Resident Evil 4 the game. It's
what? Wait, why?
Because they wanted to do what Hollywood does. They want to take the game IP, but they want to make its own.
Oh my god.
And
Okay, that's awful.
and the fun fact, Leon S. Kennedy, Leon Sex Appeal Kennedy, as I like to call him, he, he is basically like a child who wants to be a Nathan Drake. I feel like that's a perfect, like in Resident Evil 4. I feel like he's in Resident Evil 4. Leon S. Kennedy is a child who wants to be a Nathan Drake type of a person. But in Resident Evil Retribution, which is 5, he is played by a freaking Estonian model who doesn't know the perfect English to be an actor.
What?
Yeah, the casting is ass. And Ada in that
A
movie.
model.
Yeah.
They casted a model for that?
Yeah, and the movie's budget was like 60 million.
That sounds awful. I'm never watching that. I don't have time for this shit.
and Ada in that movie, Ada at least looks like what she looks in the games, but her actor also didn't know how to speak in English perfectly, so they cast Resident Evil 4's Ada, the voice actor, to dub her voice line.
No.
There's
Come on. That is so bad.
And what do you think when Resident Evil is coming up your mind? Zombies, huge monsters, viruses, because well, G-virus, T-virus, etc. Badass main characters like Jill, Leon, Chris. The freaking Resident Evil movies are about cloning, and Umbrella being a Christian evil company who wants to take over, who is a freaking cult.
Wait, but that has nothing to do with the real story.
Yep.
So they just took the characters and then changed everything else.
Yep.
Oh my god. How to ruin a good possibility.
And like Resident Evil games, in my opinion, are already like B movies in a nutshell. Like they are cheesy, they are goofy. Like come on, it's not hard to take inspiration.
Yeah, oh my god. Okay, then in your opinion, is there any good adaptation of a game?
Fallout, TV show. Fallout, the TV show.
Oh yeah, didn't it win best adaptation this year?
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, Arcane is good. Did you watch Arcane?
It's hot take. It's not a good adaptation. It's a good show.
That is true.
Because the game League of Legends is a ultimate garbage. It's shit. It doesn't.
Oh yeah. No, I don't play League. I've never played League.
I will never.
But the characters are so pretty, and the story that they thought of for Arcane is so good. I enjoyed the show so much, but I will never play the game.
Yeah, like that's what I say. That it's a good show. It's an amazing show that I haven't never watched it, but I know it's amazing. But it's a shit adaptation. That's the like thing. It like adaptation is about like adapting a game. Like League of Legends is 5v5 or 6v6 team game.
Yes.
And Arcane, what it looks like, it's some freaking the main character is basically a rebel kind of a character, and it go.
Yeah, it's a story. It's a story based. Like they turned League to story based game, which it is not.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like for like Fallout is a perfect adaptation of the freaking of the Fallout world. There's like whenever you like, for example, when you use the freaking slow shooting mechanic in I don't remember its name, but when you use that in games, it shows in the show. There's scenes in where that is used, and then there's like the Fallout New Vegas, the Vegas place in the freaking Fallout show. Mr. House, one of the characters in New Vegas, and like they are used perfectly in that show. And what others? Witcher season 1 and season 2 are good in my opinion. Season 3, And then when Henry Cavill left the show, oh boy, I was sad. I was saddened. It's
I've never watched the Witcher show, and I haven't played the game. Actually, I have a plan to play it this year. But The Witcher 3, I have a plan to play it. But one of my best friends, his favorite game is like the Witcher series, and he swears he hates everyone related to the show.
season
He's
one.
like, I can't believe they would do this to me.
Yeah, I understand that completely. And I played Witcher 3 recently, and it's 10 out of 10. It's a masterpiece. Everybody should play that. First of all, if you hate Witcher 4, you are dumb. It's gonna be probably good because, well, it's made by basically. It's of course developed in change, blah blah, but still, there are still people who made Witcher 3 in CD Projekt Red, and it's probably it's probably gonna be a good game. We'll have to wait and see when Witcher 4 releases. But like,
Yeah, I heard about that as well.
and everybody who's saying Siri looks not whatever people saying that Siri looks ugly in that trailer. First of all, it's cinematic. It's not. She's not gonna look like that in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And second of all, she's hot in my opinion. She's older in that. Like in Witcher 4, she's like 30 or 40. And in Witcher like 3, I believe she's like 18 or 20 or something like that. So there's gonna be a time skip, and like whenever, first of all, people remember Witcher, the games aren't adaptation of the books; they are its own thing.
That is true. That is also true.
I'm just bringing that because some people were like, Siri cannot be a Witcher because women females in the books cannot take the trials to become a Witcher. So I was like, I'm saying that it's a game universe. It's not the same than book adaptation, book universe. So they are just completely different things.
Mm-hmm.
But like Witcher season 1 is great adaptation, and then Detective Pikachu, I would say, is good. Sonic movies, they are fun.
I have watched a couple of them, but no, I haven't watched. There is a new one, right?
Yep.
I haven't watched the new one, but I actually watched the Super Mario movie. I thought it was like innocent fun. I don't know. I didn't hate it, but it's definitely a little bit like nostalgia oriented and like a child's like children movie.
Well, it's Mario. What do you expect?
That is also true. But I was gonna ask if you have any games that you're excited to play this year. Have you thought about
that? What games apart from GTA 6 there are? And I'm joking. I'm not gonna buy GTA 6 yet.
Well,
because that game is probably gonna cost $100.
Yes, by the way. Well, personally, I'm waiting for Monster Hunter Wilds. That's coming end of February.
Like, I don't know. I haven't kept up what games are coming out like in this year. Games coming.
So we have Monster Hunter Wilds, and then we have this. It Takes Two from the developers of It Takes Two, another like co-op game.
Yeah, I know.
That seems very, very interesting.
Probably I'm gonna play Metaphor Refantasy because I love Persona 3. I didn't just play the freaking. I didn't play it last year. I don't know why, but I skipped that for I don't know why, but
I heard it was very long.
Well, Persona games, because their Metaphor is made by Atlus, and Atlus makes Persona games and Shin Megami Tensei games. So that's not a surprising that Persona games and Shin Megami Tensei games are long. So that's not surprising, but like I'm always probably gonna play Atlus games because I love those games. Assassin's Creed Shadows, even though it's getting a lot of hit, but I've been waiting for an Assassin's Creed game based on Japanese, but hopefully Ubisoft gets your ass together and ditch freaking every ass freaking monetization thing in your games, please. I'm looking at the freaking maybe some older games, like older games in this sense, like that game was like
not from this year.
Yeah, older games that I mean like in that game out like in the past like 6, 7, 5 years. I'm like those games. Then probably Greedfall 2, The Dying World. Everybody play that original. It's great game, but the facial animation are cursed. So what I have played the early access, it looks better, it plays better, but there's bugs. But it's early access. Also, game companies start using what Baldur's Gate 3 did with their early access. Baldur's Gate 3 Act 1 was on early access like 3 years. They fixed the game and that stuff. And yeah, replaying Baldur's Gate 3.
That is also a long time.
Yeah, and also the problem with Baldur's Gate 3 is that the game doesn't run on my end. Like, it runs almost perfectly. There's few frame drops, but the biggest problem is crashing. It crashes all little too much. But in the spring, I'm probably gonna get a PC upgrade, so I'm gonna play that again.
Oh, let's go. What are you upgrading to?
RTX 4070.
That is what I have. No, I have 4070 Ti right now.
Because 4070 is basically what I paid for my 3060 Ti, because I bought that in 2022 when the scalpers prices were a thing.
Oh yeah.
4070, what I looked, it costs $600 in here, and I paid $600 for 3060 Ti. I know it's overpriced. I know
it is,
but I blame scalpers. Probably something on Nintendo Switch 2. If I can pre-order it, I'm gonna pre-order the console. Or I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait until they release a Fire Emblem game.
I'm probably also getting the Switch 2. Because I've been waiting for it for a couple of years now. Because I have the Switch Lite, so I can't really play on a TV, and the screen is very small.
Yeah.
So I just gave up because I couldn't read on it, and I gave up, and it's staying in my. I think I haven't used it in a full year now, and I wanted to buy the OLED one, but I was like, there will probably be a Switch 2 soon, so I will just wait. And I waited, and here we are. So I'm most probably gonna buy the Switch 2.
Yeah, I'm looking at the list and another list that came out. Where's the new games? Well, this is not this year game, but Frostpunk 2. The freaking Like a Dragon pirate Yakuza in Hawaii.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. That sounds so fun.
It's just people who wonder what it's a spin-off game based on Yakuza the game series in its pirate team.
Yes, that's why it sounds so fun. It's like I want to play it, but also I haven't catched up with all the Yakuza games, and I really want to do that as well. I have only played the 0, 1, 2, 3, so I have to play 4 now.
my understanding is that you don't need to like know jack shit.
Oh yeah, because it's
Spin-off
I know
game.
because it's a spin-off. You don't need to know the lore. But I also want to spend some more time on the actual Yakuza games first, and then we'll see. Another thing that I wanna do this year is play a full playthrough of Hollow Knight, in hopes that maybe Silk Song will come finally one day. You know,
we can wish. Then there's a Project Anata. It's a a gacha game, and yes, everybody will now be like, "Oh, somebody's waiting a gacha." Fuck's sake, I'm a Genshin veteran, so shut up. But like that game is basically GTA 6 mixed with Spider-Man, mixed with Metal Gear. It has Spider-Man swinging mechanics. It has Grand Theft Auto car mechanics. You can drive a car, and you can steal cars, and you can swim like a Spider-Man in that game.
So, wow.
It's dumbass fun, it looks like. And it, of course, it's a gacha game. It's a free. And in fun fact, I'm not a gacha game player who spends a lot of money.
I was gonna ask, are you a gacha junkie?
The most amount of money that I have spent on a gacha game is $40, and that's on Genshin. I played that game on almost. Well, it's gonna be 5 years this year, but anyways, since launched, I have played Genshin, so it's not that much.
$40 is not that much.
Yeah, and I have most of the time I have bought that on Welkin Moons. And to those who doesn't know what Welkin Moon is, it's a freaking. It's a 30 freaking. It costs $5, and it gives around 3,000 Primo Gems, and 3,000 Primo Gems are around like $30. And but it gives per day, like around for a month it gives you a 90 Primo Gems per day. So that's a good deal, and I usually just buy that whenever I'm like really playing Genshin, because whenever I'm not really playing, I'm not gonna of course buy that.
Of course.
Then there's maybe, I don't know if this game will come out in this year, but Exodus. Exodus is from the older guys that left BioWare, but those people made Mass Effect games, which is probably my favorite game series.
Oh, okay.
It's a spiritual successor for Mass Effect, but it's about time dilation. So you can for example, you can choose one option, but you can go back to as time and then choose a different thing, but that choice will affect in the present time. It's a sci-fi RPG game with choices, and it's third person, what I understand. It looks really good.
I love when games give you choices, and your choices matter. I love that. I love when I make a choice and then later in the game my choice matters.
Yeah, like for example, like choosing there's like a choose based on like if you kill this person or you leave them, and then you see the character in a later point.
Exactly. Yeah, I love that.
Then I'm gonna butcher this name. Where the hell? It's with the Claire Obscure Expedition 33.
Oh,
it's about
another one that I haven't heard about.
There's few people in there that as well that made a Mass Effect games, the original ones. Everybody play Mass Effect games. The Legendary Edition is like almost on every month sale, like $5. There's 3 games, so play that. It's about like a freaking basically a mass murderer who wants to kill a humanity, and he can like whenever he throws like a number like 1, at least that's how I interrupt it. Like if he throws 1, everybody who is age of 1 dies. but he's slowly unaliving.
I'm not lying.
Hey, I'm playing the YouTube game, so
Sure.
when he's unaliving people in like one, when everybody is one, they rest in peace when they're two. So your objective with your group is to stop him. It's coming in spring in 2025.
Interesting.
If somebody in Hajime Isayama's friend group is listening to this, thanks. Or in Mappa's case, and if you don't know who's Hajime Isayama, well, you haven't watched Attack on Titan apparently. So this is my wish to. Can somebody in Mappa or somebody please make an Attack on Titan open world game? I've been waiting. Yes, crazy, I know there's an anime game based on that. I know. But if a One Piece can get its own game, like One Piece Odyssey, I believe it's called it. What the hell Attack on Titan fans couldn't? I've been waiting for that. Like, that's a perfect example. A good game would sell. If they don't want to mess up with manga or anime timeline, right? Like, make an Attack on Titan before the fall game. If you don't know what that is, or if anyone doesn't know what that is, that's a manga series 150 years before like the mainline series. It's good manga that I have read that. It's really good. Then Ghost of Yote is one that I'm looking for.
Wait, is that
it's a sequel? Doom? Ghost of Yote is a sequel to Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, that one.
I
heard that's a hard game.
It's not hard as Dark Souls, aka Souls-like games, but it's not your cookie clicker game that it's really easy.
Yeah, of course.
But it's I would say a little bit difficult there than a normal game. Then I'm probably gonna play because I'm gonna probably play Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
Is Doom Dark Ages coming this year as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never been into Doom because I have Doom Eternal, but I have a monkey prem, so it's not for me. Even though it should have, because it's a freaking put your brains away and enjoy the dumb one.
Yes, basically.
Stellar Play for PC, and I know I have a PlayStation 5. I could just bought it, but Then Subnautica 2.
Oh, that one?
Yeah.
That is cool. I never played the first part. Everyone tells me to play the first part. I haven't yet.
If you just enjoy, I would say, yeah, you can play the first one, but then the Below Zero fixes a lot of what I have heard. Fixes a lot of like dumbass things from the first game. But why I'm waiting for Subnautica 2 is it has co-op. You can play with a friend or two actually.
Oh, that sounds good.
And the perfect scenario is if you have a friend that is scared of oceans or deep sea. Buy that game for that friend and play that with him or her.
Ooh, that's cool.
I'm looking for I would say that's all of them, and most of them. The two are, well, actually the one is not going to be playable. 5 years, but the one that I'm hoping to be playable is my own game.
Yes. Do you have any plans for it for this year?
In plans that well, let's just say that I'm hoping to be able to release a first trailer. It's not like a gameplay showcase or anything like that. It's a freaking what Cyberpunk did to its first trailer. They just showed the title of the and the world a little bit. That's the plan. But that's about it. And then make another poster. And start recording with some voice actors with the lines.
Oh, that sounds good. That sounds good. Exciting.
And the other one, because everybody in that were excited for Skull and Bones. I know it's a shite game, and I was excited when I saw the freaking in 2018 the first E3 cinematic trailer. It looked fun. It looked great. When the game released, well, it was dog shit.
Oh.
It's an quadruple A. If you don't know what that means, triple A is usually the highest. Like,
yeah, I know.
But motherfucking Skull and Bones was quadruple A. My ass. It's a pirate game where you cannot explore the land or the island. You cannot go into another ships. It's when you board another ship, it's a cutscene.
What?
Yeah, it's sad.
Oh.
And ships have a stamina meter.
What? Wait, what? Why does it need a stamina meter? It's a ship.
Yeah, you can ask me. I have the same question with that. Why the hell a ship has a stamina meter? So
what happens when the stamina of the ship finishes?
You go hella slow.
Yeah, that is exactly how ships work.
Yeah, and yeah, exactly. Yeah, whenever I'm in a pirate, whenever I'm playing a pirate game, like for example Sea of Thieves or Assassin's Creed Black Flag, yeah, I'm always be like, a great game, but why there's not a stamina meter? Yeah, that's fucking dumbass in my opinion. Like, I understand if whenever there's a pirate game. Also, yeah, this is my wish. To have more pirate open world games, please. I need them. I'm a Pirates of the Caribbean fan. Where's my freaking... If Hogwarts Legacy is for Harry Potter fans, where's my open world Pirates of the Caribbean game?
That is true. I agree. I've never been a big Harry Potter fan. So I didn't really care about like Hogwarts Legacy. But like if there is Pirate of the Caribbean open world, can you imagine?
like you can if the game would be the same kind of like with Hogwarts Legacy being like 130 years before the movies, like the Harry Potter movies, not fantasy piece movies, but like it's why like Pirates of the Caribbean couldn't be like, I don't know, 10 years before, because like if you go like 100 years, it's like 1620s or something like that, because the Pirates of the Caribbean movies take place in 1728 or something like that. When the golden age of piracy was a thing like in real life, then like go back 10 years. You have a young Jack, you have a young Barbossa, then you could have enemies like Davy Jones, Blackbeard, Salazar, even though I kind of dislike Deadman No Tales, or if you live in United States, Salazar Revenge. I don't know why they have two names. Don't ask me.
Yeah.
But like, and you could like customize your ship. You could find treasure, and like, why? Like, Disney, you want money, but you are losing money. You're still losing money because you keep making those shit live action movies based on your old classic films. I liked Aladdin. I liked it a lot, the live action, because well, Will Smith is a great actor. I liked the movie, even though it's, I would say, not better. Of course, it's not better than the original, but I liked it. But like most of the live action stuff that what I have seen is why? Like,
yeah, I agree. Why?
This is good, this is okay, but like, why?
Why? I have the same question. Why is there a need for Moana live action? Who needs that? Why?
Like
Why?
Moana, the original Moana first came out on like 2015, 16, 17.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't need, like, with cases like Snow White, I would understand because the freaking movie is like 70 years old. That I
Yeah,
understand
that's
somewhat.
true.
But please, if you're whenever you are gonna make a Snow White movie, please hire an actor who likes the first movie, because well, the Snow White herself doesn't like the original movie.
What?
Yeah,
Is that? I never heard that. I didn't watch the movie though, but
it's not
I
even
didn't
yet out.
know.
It's not yet
Oh,
even
it's
out. But
not.
like
Okay,
in
that makes sense.
like a year ago, like in the summer of 23, the actor said that she doesn't like the original Snow White, and that's why like they delayed the movie for a year.
Can you imagine casting for a role and then being like, I don't like this movie?
And like ugh. And also Disney got a lot of backlash from the dwarves, so
Wow.
they just made they replaced the actors who played who played the freaking dwarves with CGI. First
I
of all, they
see.
look horrible in the trailer.
Oh,
I saw freaking people complaining about the dwarves. I was like, all right, let's check it out. All right, yeah, they look horrible. Yep.
that is so sad when they ruin like good, like ruin good stories.
And like, I'm not even the biggest Disney fan, but like, I would say most of our generation who grew up like on 90s or on 80s or on early 2000s grew up with Disney animated movies.
Mm-hmm, definitely.
And like, just make more, make like Zootropolis or Zootopia in some cases was amazing movie, or Frozen,
Mm-hmm.
or like,
Frozen was so good, but it doesn't. It didn't need to have Frozen 2.
or 3 or 4.
Yes,
They are
one
making
was
3.
good.
They are
One was
making
good.
they are making 3 and 4 if and like
Why?
money.
Money, of course, money, money. Everything is revolves around money.
Well, that's Hollywood in a nutshell. We need more money.
It is. It's unfortunate though. I haven't been excited about the movie in so long, honestly.
Like I'm gonna always be excited for. I can look up a movie that I'm gonna be excited. AKA Monster Universe. Monster Universe movies, aka Godzilla X, Kong, those movies, because they are
Oh
dumb
yeah,
fun,
those.
and they are dumb fun, and they are fucking funny. Yes, no, they are funny, dumb fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like big ass lizard fighting a big ass gorilla. That's the most summer movie type of freaking
That's
fun.
true. That is true. I have to
And
agree with
like
that.
nowadays, I feel like I don't care about like a freaking. I used to care about like movie plots, like but like nowadays I'm like good, that was good, but I'm looking for dumb fun more like. But like with games, because games are interactive, if you play a long game, you'll be sad if a character dies or this character betrays you or whatever. Like, but with movies, usually they are 2 hours long, and
Yeah.
there aren't enough new stories.
Yes, I agree.
It's about continuing the existing story or remakes.
Always. Yeah. I was excited. When did that come out? Was it? It wasn't last year. It was the previous one. I was excited when Oppenheimer came out because it was finally something new.
And
Even
Barbie as
though it
well.
was
That was hella
based
fun.
and Barbie was fun. Barbie was super fun. But like Oppenheimer was so different than everything else that was coming around. I enjoyed it a lot.
I like what I saw a Barbie when like last year or something. But Oppenheimer I watched in theaters, but that was amazing movie. Nothing else
Mm-hmm.
to say, and it deserves every every freaking review that was a freaking like 10 out of 10 or 9 out of 10. It's amazing movie.
Yeah.
And
Yes, absolutely.
if anyone doesn't know about who was Robert Oppenheimer, well, he basically created nuclear bombs.
Yep.
And Cillian Murphy, who played Oppenheimer in this movie, is amazing, and I'm happy that he finally got the freaking big headlights on him, because I've been watching Peaky Blinders, and he's fantastic in there, and I'm happy that they are making Peaky Blinders movie.
Oh, they are?
With original cast and original story writers, so there's no freaking dumbass who's like, I'm gonna write this story, but I have no idea. And like, no, well, I'm excited for the Attack on Titan movie that is coming out 14th of February.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Wait, they're putting out an Attack on Titan movie on Valentine's Day?
Yeah, and it's only one day on theaters, what I heard.
Oh, wow. That is...
So if there's an Attack on Titan fans, go and check your local movie theaters and go watch it there. I'm gonna go it.
Yeah, I'll check.
And there is actually freaking like there's gonna be a post-credit scene where you can it's on trailers, but like there's an actual funny scene with characters on a normal universe. It's funny to see.
No.
It's like Levi in that trailer is a cleaner, for example.
Oh yeah, of course he is. Of course he is.
And Ymir is with her kids, with her like the freaking. It's like that scene is probably gonna be a wholesome. It's not gonna be like if you have seen the anime or read the manga. Ymir is not. Yeah, she's rest in peace.
Mm-hmm.
And I as well spotted History and Ymir. It's confusing that there's two Ymir. Anyways, I spotted Ymir and Historian on a date on that trailer, which is funny. And it's probably gonna be a good movie. It's made by the same people who made the last seasons. First of all, why not call it like season 4, season 5? I don't know.
Yeah. But how do you call something season 4 or season 5 when the last season is called season final?
Yeah, it's dumb. It's
kind of not possible to do anything after.
And what I understand, the problem was with that Mappa wanted to do like a really long final. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock, but like not like the freaking the season 3, if I remember correctly, it came out like the part 2 came out like 2018 or 19. The season part 2. Yeah, it came out July 1st, 2019, and the final season, 4th season, I'm gonna call it, came out on 2020. So they didn't have, because I know usually anime has a little bit more of a production than a year, and it was a COVID. And in Japan, COVID was in Japan. Jesus Christ, that was bad. What I understand is not like not like in the USA or in most countries, because Japan was basically next to China where it came out, and it spread like a wildfire.
Yeah, that's true.
And that what I understand, that's why in the first final 4th season the Titans looked ass because they didn't have enough time to finalize the animation or the art. That's like they had to make it basically home, and nobody was used to working in the home. And
yeah, they didn't know what they were doing. No one knew at that point. I think during COVID, everyone was confused. No one had any idea what was actually going on.
And like I kind of funny with COVID that my father was kind of right. He predicted that COVID will be turned into be like that COVID will turn to be like a little bit more, little bit little bit worse than a normal cold, and it's basically nowadays it is. Nowadays, but like
nowadays it is, yeah.
And funniest thing is, I never got COVID, never got them.
I also didn't,
and I didn't have. I wasn't even vaccinated. I'm still a virgin of vaccinating.
Wow.
I was like, I'm gonna stay home, so whatever.
Well, that's another prevention. Just stay home.
I'm a veto, but I like to be home. And people don't worry, I exercise in normal. I exercise home. I still do, because I don't like to go in a gym. I do it my home. I do it in the freaking. I have my own workout routine, because I'm somewhat of an introvert. I don't like being in crowd spaces, and I don't like to be in a gym. It's not for me. But I do it my own way. And I have my friend. I usually loan from my friend the gym equipment that I need, because it's, well, like I said, I don't like to go into the gym. It's not.
Yeah, well, that's a good idea. Because if you just stay home and don't exercise at all, you will get very, very unhealthy.
Yes, but the funniest thing is, I have a friend that has always been freaking look like a skeleton. He's not an anorexic, don't worry.
Yeah.
But he looks like a skeleton, and whatever he does, how much he eats, how much he doesn't exercise, he still looks like a skeleton.
Oh my god.
Like,
that's crazy. Some people have an amazing metabolism.
Like, he told me a story that he ate like a freaking the most in family's Christmas, like a freaking a lot more than the family. He still looked like a skeleton.
Wow.
I was like, God damn. Like, his weight is still the same. Then it's been like 5 years, and he's still he's normal person. Don't worry. He's not an anorexic or anything like that.
Yeah. No, he just has an amazing metabolism.
Yeah, I'm like, what the hell? Like, I've been looking at him like, the fuck? What the hell is? Are you like a mutated? Are you from Chernobyl or something like that?
I would say I'm probably not really the typical VTuber, because I actually really enjoy going outside. Sometimes I feel like a dog, because if I don't go outside at least one time a day, I start getting like, not anxious, but like uncomfortable. I really need to be taken out for a walk at least once a day. So yeah, I know like introverted people are more like cats. They can do everything at home, but I need to go outside sometimes.
And people, if you just want to find a good and easy way to exercise, download Pokemon Go.
Oh yeah,
or play Beat Saber if you can.
I had Pokemon Go for a little bit of time, but I never really got used to, like, I never got addicted to it or anything. I wasn't too into it. But when I got my first VR, I have the Quest 2, the Meta Quest 2. When I got my first VR, I got Beat Saber immediately. That was like a whole workout. 1 hour on Beat Saber, I was sweating.
When I downloaded Pokemon Go, I played it a little bit. Actually, I played it quite a bit from when it came out, because everybody was playing it. And like on 2016, like, you couldn't go in anywhere without seeing Pokemon Go or kids. I would prefer that than freaking Fortnite kids, to be honest. But like, when I downloaded back like 2019, 2021, 2022, something like that. When it was summer, I basically walked like freaking 500 kilometers.
Wow. Damn, that's a lot.
Because I'm a gamer, it in my brains it's like, because there's eggs in Pokemon Go, like 10 if you walk 10 kilometers you got the egg hatches and that stuff. I just walked. I walked because I found it relaxing and was good to be outside.
Yeah, right? Yeah. But I know during that era, there were people who were just walking outside. They were like always looking at their phone during driving, putting themselves into like scary situations because of Pokemon Go.
Yeah, that's dumb.
That is dumb.
Like, I would say that's like, you can, if you're gonna just look your phone, walk in a freaking, like far from the road, like.
Yes.
Like left or in the far leftest or far the rightest on the walking street, so you don't accidentally you don't accidentally get isekai'd.
Yeah, you don't get isekai'd by the truck-kun.
First of all, when we are gonna get a truck-kun isekai, I've been waiting for that.
What?
Like, imagine freaking a truck get isekai to a freaking
You
in
so you want a truck?
Yeah, it's a
truck.
yes.
A truck? But what does it get isekai'd? So it's a truck, and then it's a truck in the other world as well.
Like, there's an actual anime where vending machine is the main.
I know.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
that one.
Like, imagine in like a fantasy type of anime, like, I don't know, that time I got reincarnated as a slime type of a series, but like that would be Rimuru would be replaced with a truck that can speak.
So can you imagine? It's just a truck that gets hit by another truck.
Yeah.
And gets isekai'd.
Yeah.
As a truck.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But hey, the anime is fucking weird, so I wouldn't be even surprised. I would be like,
that is true. It's weird. Anime has become weird. Have you heard about, hopefully not seen that much, but have you heard about, there was this anime where someone got like, I don't know if it's reincarnated, but someone got like put into the soul of the dog of a girl.
That's an actual. The funniest thing is I believe that's a remake, because I have seen.
That's a
what? There's two animes of that where people.
I was talking about the new one, the Inukai's dog.
Yeah, I know, but there's a very similar anime. I don't know if it's an actually remake, but when I saw that, I was like, is this a remake of that? That anime, because there's two animes where a person gets reincarnated as a dog.
Oh my god, that is actually crazy.
I can tell you, the both are weird as hell.
It's weird. It's so weird.
In the first one, the dog gets reincarnated as a rider's pet, and the rider is into animals.
What? Oh god. I know where this is going, and I don't like it.
And to be fair, in the second one I have seen clips that one of the owners, I would say, are also into animal.
Oh, I hate this. No. No.
And
that crosses the line for me.
There is also an isekai anime. I believe it's an isekai anime or fantasy anime where somebody gets reincarnated as a rabbit, then there's an elf, and there's an elf that says that that the first time I wanna be with you, with the animal.
What?
And the funniest thing is, it's a comical scene with like she tells that to her friend in a bath, and the there's some like cat humanoid things like.
Mm-hmm.
Like the other person is like, what? The actual beep. And then there's the main characters like comical, like big white eyes and like, oh god, like face.
That is crazy.
And like then they're like, anime in general is weird, but who cares? It's again. But first, if somebody in the comments say that they like Red of Healer, I'm gonna be disgusted.
No, that's disgusting.
The story, like, I like the actual like synopsis of the story. Like,
yes,
the character gets abused, and he goes back to like revenge, but like
not in that way.
He basically forces his ways,
yes,
and manipulates the ladies. Yeah. No,
that is not the way. That is not the way to get your revenge. Just no. But is there any anime that you're looking forward to that's come out this year or this season?
Well, this is not surprising. Solo Leveling season 2.
Yes, I haven't started watching it. The second season. How many episode has been out already?
3, I believe.
Oh, I still haven't watched the stuff. But the first season was good. I liked it a lot.
I still been waiting for it was good, and the funniest thing for me it's the dub is better than the sub.
Is that so? I haven't watched the dub. Is it really good?
Yeah, and the main characters were like first of all, he's the funniest person in the freaking. His jokes. Like there's a recording when they were making the freaking one of the famous scenes, and the main character just jokes around and says dumb shit.
Who is the voice actor? Oh, it's Alex Lee. Oh my god, I see. Makes sense. Everything makes sense. Everything that you said, it makes sense now. He's so funny. He's so good. I've watched a podcast with him one time, and it was such a good time. He's an amazing character.
Well, there is at least I've been killing slimes for 300 years and maxed out my level season 2. That's one. It's very slice of life, like very fun, very cozy.
I think right now My Happy Marriage second season is coming out, and I really like the first season, so I'll probably watch the second season as well.
Because I haven't kept up with Classroom of Elite season, 4th season.
Oh,
that comes out in summer. Frivren Beyond Journey and season 2.
Yes, and Dan the Dan season 2 is also coming in July, I think. I am excited about.
Never watched that series.
It was pretty good, I think. I liked it.
Maybe My Dress Up Darling on season 2, I believe it's called, or Noon. This is just.
I'm not sure it's gonna be that good, honestly.
Saga of Tanya the Evil season 2. I've been waiting for that the past 4 years.
I forgot about that. That is so long ago. When that anime first season came out.
2017, and then they released a movie in the next year.
Yeah, that is so far back. Like, to have a season of an anime wait more than a year, I think it's criminal.
Well, I will probably say the best example is Attack on Titan first season and the second season. There were 4-year wait.
That's so long.
Like the first
season, we don't even have No Game No Life yet.
I watched it. I was like, that's okay. Like the freaking the first season of Attack on Titan was released 2013, and the second season was released 2017.
That's a long wait.
The Eminence in Shadows Lost Echoes is another.
Kaiju number 8 is coming out in the summer, second season. Let's go.
Ghost of Tsushima Legends, which is an anime on the game.
I am
it's not
skeptical about it.
It's not the freaking it's not like a stereotype like freaking adaptation of the game, but it's made it's rated, I believe it's rated by like a freaking Sucker Punch, like people who like who worked on the game, and it's made by
Hopefully it's good if it's made by the same people that made the game.
Yeah, I believe it is, but the animation, I don't know who will make it, but it's probably gonna look great. And if UFO Table, could you please bring your asses up from the freaking Demon Slayer anime? Could you please give me a news about the Genshin anime? I've been waiting for that 3 years at this point.
There is a Genshin anime?
Yeah, they announced it 2022. Hoyoverse is working with UFO Table. People who doesn't...
Did they forget about that one?
I believe why they haven't made anything with that is because Demon Slayer is taking their time.
Well...
Because UFO Table is making Demon Slayer. So... That's why, and they probably are. I don't know. This is just my speculation, but they are probably waiting that Hoyoverse is finished with Genshin's main story. aka, there's the Genshin story is basically there's two siblings that get isekai'd to a Teiyat, and the sister is the Princess of Abyss, aka the bad guys, one of the bad guys. And the brother gets isekai'd to a 500 years ahead of her sister, and brother's main objective is to find her sister. And there's like 8 arcs.
Oh,
there's 7 nations and 1 fallen nation. We don't know about anything about that yet, but like. There's only last 1 main region or nation, and then we go to Kandria. And then that's probably it for Genshin's story. So probably they're finishing that.
I see.
But
hopefully then, for every Genshin fan, I'll be having my fingers crossed.
But what I understand and what I have read the rumors, you don't need to know anything about the game.
Well, that's good.
Because
that is definitely how it should be.
It's what I have heard the rumors. It's a prequel story.
Oh, a prequel. I see.
It's
better to not have to force everyone to know all the lore, because I know it's a lot.
It's quite a lot. Batman Ninja versus Yakuza League. Yakuza League is one.
Did you actually watch the Kaiju 8 anime last year? You didn't? I kind of highly recommend it. It's Kaiju number 8. It's so good, and it has like, do you know what Kaiju is?
Yeah, big ass monsters.
Yeah, basically it's about big ass monsters, and it's not what you expect. It has a lot of comedy elements and some drama and a lot of action. So I think you might actually like it. So try it out. I recommend.
I like. Also, that time I got reincarnated as a slime movie too.
And more seasons. There's so many seasons of that.
There is a 4th season coming, and then there is a 2nd movie coming up. I'm happy that people of freaking isekai animes that basically had only 1 season are getting like made by are getting a new season, because I hate shows that only lasted 1 season. I'm looking at you, my one my freaking absolute favorites, Lord Marksman and Vanadis. Got only one season. Been waiting for a second season, like 6 years, and then World Tsukai No Break, only one season. And what I have read about the manga, the second season will be hella good, way better than the first season. But that freaking show didn't sell enough, so the freaking studio didn't make. At least that's my understanding. But like with animes with animes, I'm usually just like, okay, what's and the world's finest assassin gets reincarnated in another world as an aristocrat. Second season is something that I've been waiting for.
Yeah, animes. I love the stories that they can provide, but it's always so unfinished, and one season is so not enough, and not everyone gets second season. And just all of those seasons, it's sometimes I get impatient and like I don't like it.
Yeah, that's the freaking. I feel like it's because if the merchandise doesn't sell, or DVDs doesn't sell, or etc. they don't sell. So the freaking sequels aren't getting made, which is sad. Because I hate when stuff gets not finished. It's sad and dumb.
Yeah, definitely. And we rarely see any finished stories in animes. It's so rare to have a whole full story that has an end. Like we have Attack on Titan that had an end, and then
Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Yes, that was a very good one.
Pokemon's Ash story.
That's well, I guess it counts.
Yeah, it didn't, because it ended that basic. Well, technically it ended with a cliffhanger because we don't know what happened to Ash, but like it ended because Pokemon has a new protagonist for next 20 years. Because they made a new protagonist. Because
yeah, I heard about that.
I haven't watched what I have heard. It feels different. What I have heard is the right word, and what I have heard, most of the fans are happy because let Ash be a 9-year-old somewhere else, please.
Yes, I think it was high time.
I've been waiting.
You can keep him 20 years to be 9 years old.
I've been waiting a change of main character like 15 years.
Yeah.
My problem with Ash is like, let's go in. Let's go in and don't care about anything else. Attitude. I got bored of that attitude. Like, bro, do something else. Like, it's the same with Eren. Like, with Eren, the problem was like he was from season 1 until the season 3. Like, from season 1 to season 3, he was a young bitch that complained about everything. and then in the final season, he got character development, and everybody started liking him. And he was annoying as hell in some of the scenes in season 1, 2, 3. Like, ugh. Like,
how do you go through like 3 seasons of having the main character be shit just so it can be redeemed at the like next season?
That's what we call character development.
I would have dropped it probably. If someone annoys me too much, I will not just not watch it.
That's why I'm not watching My Hero Academy, because Deku is ass bitch. Like, whenever I see a freaking screenshot of him, he's always crying, or his face like freaking almost crying or something like that. And I don't mind if a main character is an ass whining teenager like Deku is, but like if he stays in that space whole time, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna skip this. Like, I want to see development of the character. Freaking make the character suffer or something like that. Make him better. And yeah, anything new Overlord stuff if they're making, I don't know. Because I'm a Overlord fan. I'm gonna be an Overlord fan always.
Overlord was funny. It was interesting for me for the first, I think, 2 seasons, and then I just lost count. I lost track because once I stop watching something and it passes some time, I just forget. And if I want to watch another season now, I have to rewatch the whole thing, and I don't have the patience and time for that. So I would just not watch it because I have forgotten everything.
With Overlord, my problem is with the Japanese dub, because Ainsul Gons, aka main character's voice, in Japanese sounds goofy in my opinion.
Oh.
Compared to English dub. In English dub, he sounds menacingly and like an actual charming leader. Like, just go and listen. Yeah, I know dubs aren't liked in anime, I know that, but I don't give a shit.
Oh, you just like what you like. You don't have to
Like,
like what everyone else is like.
And my thinking when watching, I don't care about how good the dub is or how good the sub is. I think how fitting is for the characters. Like, I have to watch Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood as a dub because I don't like. I would in my mind I would think in Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood everybody will speak will speak English. That's in my head. It's just that goes to freaking into Attack on Titan as well. That everybody speaks in that world English. I don't know why, but it's just in my head it does. But like also
it kind of makes sense with the setting that Brotherhood has.
And
they are in Europe, so I think it's
like for example, like no, well, this is not freaking not the most obvious, but like when Beyblade Metal Saga, aka Metal Fusion Metal Masters Metal Fury came out, I have to watch that in Finnish. I'm not able to see that in Japanese or English. I have to watch it in Finnish.
Oh damn! Well, that's interesting.
Because I grew up with the Finnish dub. I grew up with the main character sounding like an annoyed kid. And like same goes to Moomin, because well that's a Finnish product. Yeah, it's not animated by Finnish people. It's animated by Japanese. It's an anime. It's every Finn's first anime they see. But that's also another that I have to see. And another goes to Bakugan. Nowadays they don't even dub or like kid friendly except Pokemon, I would say.
Yeah.
But like most of the childish anime aren't getting translated. I don't know why, because those will be people will watch, because nowadays childhood shows are well bad. I'm waiting when Disney releases freaking dumbass remake live action. Where's my live action? My remake of a live action show called Lazy Town. I want a remake of that.
Ooh, that was such a good show, actually.
Give like the freaking who's the freaking the actor who died from Lazy Town.
Oh yeah, I forgot his name, but he's great.
The freaking Stefan Carl Stefansson. Robbie Rotten, I believe. Yeah. Just give us a new Robbie Rotten in the show, to a new generation to see, because that would be hella great for older people who like, in cases us, like who grew up with that show, and to be like, oh, that's nice to see like a new actor taking that role, and a new generation be like, oh, who's that? we'll see. Of course, hire good actors, or maybe hire even the older writers that write the original story, the original episodes. That would be good for both fan bases, because well, adults are still hella amazed by that show and love that show. Like if you have not listened in any remixes of the freaking We Are Number One, you are missing.
I have listened to some of them. I have. They're so popular, you can't escape them.
Or We Are a Pirate. Like freaking, they are everywhere. Like from like on YouTube, the freaking song has like 165 million views. Like, damn. Like, give us like whenever I'm gonna have a kids, whenever I'm gonna freaking select shows that I'm like freaking, because I'm gonna select the shows that my kid watches, because freaking what I have seen today on television, it's ass.
What I grew up with were shows on Cartoon Network that were like Courage the Cowardly Dog. You have Ed, Edd and Eddy. You have Kids Next Door. All of these such a cool shows. All of them. There was like, what is that? Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. All of them so nostalgic. I love all of them. I think I would. Although one of the episodes of Courage the Cowardly Dog scarred me for life because it was super scary. Maybe I would skip that one for my children, but everything else I think was very, very good time.
And yes, some people will say they are outdated, they have some racist stuff. Be honest, a kid doesn't know what the hell like racism means. Or what is a sexist, like, yeah, in some episodes there may be some sexist stuff, yes, maybe, I don't know, like not in all of course, but like probably in rare few cases, yes, but like a 6-year-old kid watches, like, I don't know, episode of a Lazy Town or episode of a Code Lyoko or episode X kids show, that kid doesn't know what the hell those things are. And like
when I was little, we didn't have translation of Cartoon Network, so I watched it in English and I didn't understand anything. So I just watched the pictures. I honestly think I learned some of the English from Cartoon Network shows when I was little.
That's quite a common way to people learn English. Like, I learned English by just playing a game or watching a movie. Or or listening music. That's like,
oh yeah, music as well.
Like, you like on the first few like freaking like whenever you start listening to music, you'll be like, oh, what is these funny words? And then you start saying those words, and then you go and Google them on a Google Translate what this means. Oh, okay, yeah, this means this and this and this. But kids, I would say kids shows and I would say single player games teach you English, but multiplayer games teach you cursing and being a racist.
Oh my god!
Freaking look at all, like look at like the original model of Modern Warfare 2 lobbies. Those were
CS:GO as well.
Well, that's Russians swearing.
Yes.
The funniest thing is with like whenever I'm going to freaking to another country and I hear Russians like tourists, because Russians like to freaking visit every freaking country in a planet for some reason. Whenever I hear them talk, if I walk past to them, I just say "Dada," because it's dumb. I'm like to have fun.
Yes.
And like, for example, like I was with a friend last year, and we went to Estonia to buy anime merchandise because why not?
Why not? Yeah.
And there were Russian teenagers in an anime shop, and there were a hentai section. I don't know why. They were like underage, I know for a fact. Because they looked like 13, 12, 14. And they were speaking Russian. I freaking said when we walked behind them, the past behind them, I said, "Da da, hentai, da da." They started laughing a lot. And my friend said basically, "What the fuck? What the hell, man?" I was like, "Why not?" Only word that I recognized was "suka." I was like, "Okay, yeah, move on."
There's also the Polish one has taken over the world now with the bobber.
Yeah, that's true. That's a hell of a truth. All right, time for the first question.
Oh yeah, nearly 2 hours in.
Yeah, these are luckily quite easy to answer. Why VTubing and not a fleshtuber, quote unquote? If someone is wondering what a fleshtuber is, basically a facecam streamer or content creator, but VTubers they have come up a word for that, aka fleshtuber. So why VTubing and not a fleshtuber?
So when I decided to be a VTuber, I wanted to separate my personal life with my online life. I just didn't want anyone. It's not like I was ashamed, more like I was kind of shy. So I didn't want anyone around me to know that I'm trying to do this. But then it turned into more like I wanna be someone else on the internet, and then I'll be my other self IRL. Like I'm trying to separate the two stuff, you know?
Kind of
There's also the kind of like what?
Kind of like separate the art from the artist kind of thing.
Yeah, something like that. There's also always the security concerns because, you know, it's
for example, like in USA, streamers get swatted a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I understand that.
I live in a little country, and since it is pretty, I don't know, from what I talk, I feel like it would not be that hard to find me somewhere, and I kind of don't want that. So, I guess VTubing is the perfect solution to that.
Yeah, I get that living in a small country, like there's, I don't know about your kind, but like in Finland, there's like two like big quote unquote big cities that, and I live close by with one.
Yeah.
So it will be pretty easy. And the problem is with my current apartment, there's a freaking window. The window is really close to crowd. So that's why I'm being like a VTuber. Well, there's other reasons why I'm VTuber, but that's one.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you could just buy a green screen. Yeah, no. And also with VTuber, for me, I would say and others, I would say the anonymity, or you can just be whoever, like whatever, and whoever, like you can be a dragon, mice, I don't know, you can be like that, and or a block of ice, or whatever, like, and be whatever, whoever you wanted, and doesn't matter it doesn't matter what gender you are, what skin color, what background you have. You can be whatever you want. And first of all, if you see a black VTuber and the real the ERL person is white, it doesn't matter. It's a VTuber. it doesn't matter. Have fun.
It really doesn't matter.
Like it's not the same with like if then like for example like if a movie gets remake and in the first there were like a black actor, it gets replaced by a white actor. It's not the same thing. With VTubing thing, it's about having fun, making, at least to me, it's about having fun, playing games or whatever your niche is. Playing games for me, having fun, creating a community, chatting with different people and making friends. And for me, it was to speak English. And have fun is the main line thing.
Yeah, definitely have fun. And it's good because no one can judge you by your looks.
Except people who are dumbass and say, you could be this and you could be that.
I don't talk about that. These are such a useless drama. Just for, I don't know, for attention. Who cares?
Yeah. And I'm looking at you. I'm not going to say the username, but I'm looking at you who said that this VTuber looked like a freaking Shy Lily when their tail was the only thing that looked similar because they were both orcas.
I saw this. That was such a useless drama.
And I see that in not daily basis but weekly basis. I see that this VTuber reminds of this and this and this. I'm like, who the bloody cares?
Yeah, who cares?
Yes, obviously, if the model is basically 1-to-1, yes, then, of course, then. But like, if they have like a same color of hair, fine. If they have kind of like same tail, fine. But like, it's VTuber. VTuber is an avatar, a model. Who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody, and everybody can say this VTuber is and basically owns, quote unquote, this model and this style, but they don't. Like when I'm gonna ask somebody like, is that what comes to your mind about an orca VTuber? Of course they're gonna answer Shy Lily. Like,
yeah, of course, because she's the most popular of that type.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that when there is one, for example, like, I don't know, when there is one famous cat VTuber, that doesn't mean there should not be any other cat VTubers.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that.
Well, we would lose a lot of VTubers because Jesus Christ, there's a lot of cat VTubers.
That is true. Well, that's true.
And like, if one thing I like want to see be a little more creative than animal plus an anime. Like, be a little more creative, please, in the future. This is just my own creative brain that wants to see a lot of different types. Whenever I see like, I don't know, orca plus anime, anime, or cat girl, or dog girl, or bunny girl. Speaking of devil, I'm a bunny, so shut up. Well, I'm a bunny rat. You can thank a friend of mine for that nickname.
Bunny rat.
But I'm not gonna be a bunny rat until this spring, so. But like, be more creative with your models, please. And I know it costs us money to make a model. I know. Except if you go on such like Boot and then take their free assets, look their TOS, and then make the model on like for example like a Vroid or Vroid, and then when you make the model and then of course give the artist their credits, yada 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 yada. Like, there are ways to make the model creative, but make it how you want. I'm just saying that I want to see a little bit more creative types of VTubers. That's at least for me.
I think there's a lot of VTubers now, so if you don't make something that is at least a little bit eye-catching, you will get lost in the sea of VTubers.
and also for me, what I have heard is, so at least for me, it's better to have like if you take your model and draw it as a silhouette, and then show it to people, who is this VTuber? Like, and if they know who it is, it's a really good model then, if they like recognize it from a silhouette.
Yes.
And of course, and I hate VTubers that make over designed models, because it goes same with making a game character. I hate over what's the right word? Not over detailed game characters and VTuber models. Yeah, that's the right word. Like, there's too much of like going on with the model or the game character. People recognize simpler characters and models a lot easier. But
I think a lot of artists will agree with you, because when you have to draw an overly complicated character, it's so hard.
And like if you have a team, that's enough. Don't make it like a freaking skeleton axe, cat axe, dog axe, god type of like. Take two teams, for example, like a god axe, hellhound, or a skeleton axe, I don't know, dog. Like, take those two teams and then give the artist a room. Or if you're the artist, create the art a little bit simpler, or the model simpler ways to be recognized. At least that's what I have heard. The people would rather to have like a simpler design than over detailed, because you cannot, when it's over detailed, you cannot like point at that's this VTuber or this and this. Like, I don't know, for example, Shy Lily. Well, you can point her tail, or Camilla. It's not how her name is pronounced, but anyway, the clown with like you can point the clown face. That's Camilla, or Filian, that she stole this model.
Yes, oh my god, I saw this drama.
Yeah, and that's, first of all, Filian makes enough money to buy her own VTuber.
That is definitely true. And she still uses that one, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, I know, it costs us money, blah, blah, blah. But like, you'll get your money back.
But she could have, at this point, she could have bought this model. She could have reached out to the person who made it at the first time and just give them some money. I don't know. It's
and like, hard. She has enough money to buy the freaking actual model to be her own model and the licensing fee. It's not that difficult. Because
exactly.
Like Filian makes
a lot of money.
At least enough money to make to freaking enough money to buy like art, or freaking enough money to buy art and then buy the model. It's not like a beginner VTuber, or like that wants to just stream as a VTuber, or PNG tuber who buys the PNG and stream as a PNG. It's not the same. Come on, William, do better.
Definitely.
And like, bro, it's not like first of all, I know like the really high end models are like $2,000, $3,000, $1,000. I know.
You need a very like detailed model to start with.
Go on a VGen. There's probably VTuber like model art that costs like, I don't know, $100, $50.
Yes, there is, and they're not bad.
Like, yeah, it's like, of course, it's not the same like you paying a fucking almost like a car expensive type of model. Like, most of the time, it's almost as good. I'm not discarding more expensive art. I'm not, but like it's all for my eyes. I'm not an artist. I don't see the whole layer difference. But like to my eyes, it's almost the same. If you paid like I don't know 700 of your local currency for this VTuber's art, than if you paid $200. And like go on a VGen and select your artist maker and rigger, because there's price differences and that stuff. And like, and you don't have to own everything at once.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you don't have to own like if you just want to freaking own, I don't know, own a model, and then I don't know, like a year later buy overlay or 2 overlays, and then 3 months later buy emotes, and that, like little by little. It's not like you have to spend this X amount right away. It's the same with every hobby. You don't start a hobby by spending a lot of money.
Yeah, some people do, but that is not the right way.
It's their choice and their money. Like if you are this is a perfect example. If you are a gamer, you are not in a first, like when you start playing games, you are not buying like a ton of games, except if you are freaking rich like a Saudi prince, for example.
Yes. For example, yes.
If I would be a freaking rich as Saudi prince, I would buy every game on Steam.
But you still won't have the time to play every game on Steam.
Like, freaking, I bought, like, when I got that computer, I bought 4 games. And, like, I played those first. And then, bada bing, bada boom, then I bought it a new one when I wanted to play something different or something new.
Yeah.
And I know gamers they don't want to play the same games forever, but like Minecraft is still relevant, World of Warcraft is still relevant. And to some older games are still relevant, and they play those games. Games are in that sense way better art form than some others. Other entertainment and art. That if the game's controls are maybe outdated, there's probably a mod to fix that if the game is old.
Yes.
So that's fixed. Or of course modders cannot fix a graphics. If the graphics are ass, then they're gonna be ass.
That's true.
But like they can fix at least control schemes, bugs, and that stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Second question after like freaking. The second question is your favorite part being a VTuber.
My favorite part about being a VTuber is the fact that I met so many cool people. Like, if I haven't become a VTuber, I would never have met like some of my friends who are VTubers, like you, Walter, like a lot of my other friends who are also VTubers, and even some people who are not VTubers. We got in touch for the first time because I am a VTuber. So the community of VTubers is, for me at least, was super welcoming, and that is definitely my favorite part about being a VTuber.
That's fair. That's absolutely fair. That I know that people say that VTubing community is really toxic. Well, in some part it is, yes. But if you just ignore the toxic people, most of the time they will ignore you. But I know that applies to every fandom and every fandom of the internet. Yes, but still. VTubing community can be toxic as hell when it comes to models. Like, you copy this, and that's just waste of time. That's waste of your time. That's waste of their time. It's waste of everyone's time. And really sad one. If you are arguing about this model is copied, but bro, focus on something else. Get a job.
Yeah, but instead of paying attention to these people, you just ignore and block these people, and your life is a lot better. That's all.
Well, the sad
That's
part.
how you deal with it.
The sad part is if you're using Twitter because it's not X, it's dumb name Elon. Sorry, like if you're using a block on Twitter, it doesn't work half the time because it doesn't actually block them. It's just
that is dumb. When they introduced this feature on X, on Twitter, whatever, that was so dumb. Why? When you block someone, it needs to be blocked. What the hell is this?
And like, don't get me wrong, I like free speech and that stuff, but I don't understand the fucking they like Elon's team and people on Twitter say free speech is good, censorship is bad. It's not. There are different type of censorships. Like censoring someone's opinion about like politics and that like or something. Yeah, that's bad. Yes, but censoring like child beep material, you probably everyone can guess what I mean by child.
Yep.
That's like that should be banned or NSF animations material. Yeah, you can like NF not safe for work material should be more, in my opinion, be left in their rightful platforms like Corn Hub or
Corn
or Rule 34, those platforms. That's why like YouTube can censor sometimes, but like YouTube still is a better platform. Is still gonna be a way better platform because of the censorship. In that sense, yeah. In
that sense, yes.
But like yes, free speech, everyone, yes, and everybody should be open with their opinions and that stuff. No opinions can be better than no opinion is better than someone else's. Your opinions is not better than mine. Mine is not mine's opinions are not better than yours.
That's why it's called opinion.
Yeah, but some people take it to their heart that my opinion is better than yours, and yours is wrong, etc. Opinions are opinions. If you're if we are talking about a statics, then your opinion is probably gonna be wrong. If we are talking about statics, like like this team, like for example in sports, like this X team beat this A team 3-0, and somebody else they didn't. Well, I'm gonna check, and they beat that A team this much, and that's a statics fact. It's not an opinion, it's a fact. But in some cases, people still argue about that. And the worst shit I can ever heard, and I will ever heard, is console wars.
Oh wow, yeah, that's dumb.
You suck because you play on Xbox. Yeah. You suck because PlayStation is heavy. Like, bro, play on whatever platforms you want. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Who cares? Just play whatever you want to play.
Like, and PlayStation is ass because they like it. I'm like, bro. Or like DC is better than Marvel. I'm like, bro. Like, I don't give a shit. I like both.
Yeah. Why?
Like, I understand that with like sports teams, yes, but it's still dumb. Like talking to a sports fan or console fan or comic fan is the same to basically it's equivalent to talking to a wall. You will not get anything out of it, and it just wastes your time. But like the best way, in my opinion, with opinions are like if you talk about games and you're discussing opinions about them, like what's your opinion about this character, or what's your opinion about this story, and then you have civil can't say that enough, civil talk about games or like story opinions and that stuff. Civil, not like freaking most of the time Twitter everybody's hating each other, everybody's saying slurs. Everybody.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And like civil people, civil talks. It's not that hard to talk about civil.
It is not that hard, but some people just can't. I don't know why.
Like, I don't get like if somebody says this game like one of my game series sucks, I'm gonna be like, okay, All right. Sad that you didn't enjoy that as much as I did. But all right. I understand it wasn't for you, and move on. I'm still. And like it's.
Also, when you don't like something, just don't play it, don't watch it. Why do you have to always comment and say how bad it is? Who cares? Just go on with your life.
Yeah, that's. I was going to just say that if you don't like something, don't say it or don't comment about it. It's dumb. It's really time wasting, and I hate people downplaying something people are excited for. It's sad that if somebody is excited for like playing a game, they will like it's gonna be shit. It's gonna be woke, which is fucking dumbass term in my opinion, or whatever. Like
stomping on someone's excitement is the worst thing you can ever do.
Like, yeah, I'm not super excited to play like I don't know Assassin's Creed Shadow, but like I'm gonna. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna play that. But like some people are like, no, you're wasting your money. They are not. They are. Yeah, of course. Everything you do on planet is wasting time. Like everything you do.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like people will choose how they spend their times, and that's enough about it. That should be enough. If you enjoy the game, you'll enjoy the game. If you enjoy the movie, you'll enjoy the movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's not fucking. It's almost as if I say like I like this game a lot. It's almost same than go into a war. Like you'll lose. You will lose an argument in if you say like I like the game in any ways, because everybody will be like you are a loser. Like bruh. That's why I only share my opinions with my friends in my streams.
Yeah.
Because if you share an opinion on Twitter, it's waste of time, because somebody will be like, you're a loser, you are woke. Like first of all, whoever freaking first of all, woke is an ass term. It's a dumbass term. And like if enjoy the games, enjoy whatever games they are. And yes, some games are bad, but you can still enjoy them. Doesn't matter. Like, for example, like if you freaking enjoyed Hogwarts Legacy when it came out, and you got threats by dumbass people who said like, you are transphobe. Yeah. Just ignore them. You make your life much easier.
Yeah. Ignore the haters. If you give attention to people who hate, they will hate more. If you ignore them, they will get bored and move on. That's how it works.
Yeah, and in if you are in creative work, or you make games or write stories, then if they give you criticism in a good way, criticism in a good way, that it's not like this sucks ass. Well, tell me how it sucks ass, how it's bad. Like, if you don't like this part of the story or the gameplay, tell them how. Like, gamers complain a lot. Like, that's not secret. Like, everybody complains about something in their games.
Yeah, that's true.
But like, if you are gonna tell them, if you're gonna tell the devs that this sucks, tell them how or why. Like, bro, it's not like you don't need to write a novel. Like, just tell them in a civil, constructive way how you would make it better or how you would fix that.
Mm-hmm.
And like, if you're like, games are games are subjective to you or anyone. Somebody can like say Baldur's Gate 3 was a 10 out of 10 game, like I would say, but somebody will say, "Nee, it wasn't for me," or it's shit. It wasn't for me. It's 4 out of 10. And that's completely fine. There aren't a game that everybody can say that it's a 10 out of 10 game. There isn't.
Oh yeah, of course there isn't, because everything is subjective.
Yeah, everybody can agree that this game basically revived the games or basically changed the gaming landscape or anything. That's like if everybody can agree, Super Mario, the original Super Mario game, basically saved game industry, because before that there was the game crash of '83, but the freaking Super Mario game rescued that the game industry, and that everybody can agree. And like games, like for like multiplayer games, it doesn't matter like what you say, like this is better than this and this and this. It doesn't matter. Like I said, it's opinion based game. It's opinion based industry. But like if you don't like some like business models in games, you have your wallet. Well, vote with them. Like if you don't like, I don't know, if you don't like freaking Ubisoft, don't buy their games simply.
Yeah, exactly.
And then move on. It's not that hard. And don't be like this is devs' fault and I can just say that devs aren't usually at the fault with dumbass business ideas or dumbass gameplay takes, because in AAA games they are usually not who decided the gameplay or business model. It's usually the higher ups. Like
that's also true.
if
Devs they just do the task, but they are told what to do.
Yeah, and usually they are usually crunching a lot. They are
and underpaid as well.
Yeah, it's and like
game devs specifically.
Yeah, for like if you, for example, really good example, if you work for a Blizzard, you are in basically a slave market. Because like over 9,000 people work on a Diablo 4, which is
that's a lot of people.
And the game still was to a lot of people bad, because
no one will be like, there is nothing that will be generally accepted by everyone. It just doesn't, things like that just doesn't exist.
Yeah, like Pokemon fans will be happy with the broken game, like Pokemon Scarlet and Witch. But like a normal, sensible person will be like, hell no, I'm not gonna buy this. Or like some people liked Cyberpunk when that game came out, and that game was broken as hell when that came out. But people still liked it, and it's completely fine. And I like, some people are really mad because like if there's a I don't know, gay kissing scene, I don't care. I don't care if there's a freaking in freaking, if the characters are cute written, that's enough for me.
Yeah, same.
Like first of all, writers, have fun with your characters. Don't be like Disney's Star Wars writers. Don't make them ass.
Yes.
And also, if ever somebody's selling their companies, please don't sell them to Activision. Don't sell them to EA or Disney.
Yeah, to Disney specifically, and EA as well. Yeah, you're right.
With EA is the problem. With EA, the problem is their higher ups are ass. Like, and whoever decided to put freaking Darth Vader in a loot freaking behind a 40-hour grind, yeah, that's a good choice. And like, I'm thankful for EA to being so bad with their loot boxes that they were the reason why loot boxes were starting to get regulated by the law. Because EA screwed up that bad. But at least for me, with EA, at least they are making like single player games that are at least good, like Jedi Survivor. They didn't mess up with that game, and it turned up pretty well. Well, that is mostly thanks for Respawn, and I'm hoping that with the new Mass Effect game that is probably coming out like, I don't know, in 4 years or 6 years or something like that, it would be good because EA didn't mess up with the devs, because that's what AAA games usually are. Like the higher ups are messing with the development team and the creative director or whatever. Don't mess up with the devs. Of course, if the game, like the director of the game, has a problem like getting the vision on from his head to the game, then like, and he's stuck like 2, 3, 4, or 5 years, then fire him and get a new director. But like, for example, like, I don't know, freaking Skull and Bones, there were like 4 directors, 5 directors, game directors, and that game costed $600 million to make, and it's shit because the management basically interrupted and the devs and the game director, and it was in a development hell. The same go, like, the funniest thing is modern Call of Duty games. Black Ops 3 costed $450 million.
That's so much.
There's it's very funny. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019, because there's 2 games of that name. Modern Warfare 2019 costed $600 million, and Black Ops Cold War costed $700 million.
Oh my god, that's so much money.
And this is a game that yearly, and this is a game series that yearly comes out. Yearly. And they are basically the same game. Like, I know the development costs they went up. They are getting up, but like, come on. Like, look at game, like, first of all, please make game art style different than this realistic, like ultra realistic. Like, look at games like, I don't know, Sea of Thieves or Valheim. They work and they look amazing in their own way. Mm-hmm. Or look at Marvel Rivals. It has its own comic art style. It works.
Yeah, that story is great.
Or like realistic graphics that work. Look at Baldur's Gate 3. It has realistic graphics in a Dungeons and Dragons take. It works. And yes, I know it depends on creative director, yada yada, but still, not every game doesn't need to look like a freaking real life.
Yeah,
that would be like, that would suck the creative part out from the games, and it would be just bad. Imagine like freaking if an AI would make the art stuff probably look it would probably look like an ass, because if anyone knows how bad AI art is, that would be the same. Imagine some freaking a human with 7 fingers or a freaking steroid muscle cat. Disgusting. But yeah, that's probably enough rambling about that. Lastly, but not, I don't remember. Anyways, last question. What are the plans for the future?
Ooh, that's a tough question. Well, for this year, my plans are, I have promised my chat that I will do at least one karaoke stream, which is kind of scary but also exciting. I have not decided when exactly I want to do that. I want to just keep doing what I'm doing. I mainly focus on my just chatting streams, and then sometimes I do games as well. But I just want to keep having fun. Hopefully, more people will join in the chatting part, in the game part as well. Um, but mostly, I just want to try and keep doing what I'm doing. There are some big stuff that I have thought of for this year, but most of them are still a little bit of a secret because I'm still working on that, and I am not revealing them just yet. So look forward to that.
Nice. And everybody who thinks like things just pop pop, they already know. I can tell you for a fact, everybody, that like if somebody's saying things are like Arina just said, that something is on the way, that is the honest take. That some things take time, some things take less time, but everything takes time. Like
Yes.
like for example, like somebody's making an art, it's not happening in a day.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Or I don't know, if somebody is making a game, it doesn't happen in a week.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Everything takes time.
yeah, and I know the freaking feeling that some people would like to know, and you will be open to freaking telling, but you can't because it will ruin the surprise or the excitement.
Exactly.
So
Exactly. It should be exciting.
and like in every in every like entertainment industry, whenever there's leaks, it's, well, if you look at them, it's gonna be less excitement for you.
Leaks always ruin everything, I think. It's not fun for anyone.
For me,
Just wait for the official announcement of stuff.
yeah, like be patient with things, and they will be exciting for you. And if somebody says like, I have something in the works, of course you can ask about them. Like if the freaking thing is like announced, or the streamer said like, I have something in the works around, like, I don't know, a few months ago. If you ask like a year later, how's this X thing you announced, you said, then you ask. And if that is not moving forward, they probably left that project in the dust.
Yes, most probably. A year is too much time.
Of course, everything depends. Like, if somebody is making like a software application, then I understand that takes a long time. But like most commonly, VTubers are like ordering art or making art. That takes, I don't know how long. Maximum probably like 6 months. Maximum. I don't know how long it takes because I'm not an artist, but I'm guessing long time because it's better to guess over than under. Like, or somebody's getting a VTuber model. It's not made in a freaking week. At least that's what I have heard from my friends, that the artists take a long time. Like with their like whole models, for example.
Yeah, I've also heard models take a very long time, and like, and probably if you get one, if you push the artist to do something really fast, it most probably won't be good.
Like Super Mario's creator said, a delayed game is always better than rushed game.
That is true. I agree.
That applies at everything. And yes, I know some people work better when they are like
under
rushed.
pressure.
Yeah, but like some people some people most people, I would say, are not like that. Like whenever you're gonna order something, like when you're gonna order art, because, well, if you're order like a package, I don't know, if you're gonna order something, then of course you wanna read them because you wanna get that X thing on your head. But like if you're ordering art or something like that, ask artists how it's going. That's the only thing. And then they say X thing, like it's going well or it's going okay or whatever. And then you're gonna be like, okay, yeah, fine. Of course, like if you ordered like a month or 2 or 3, then ask when this will be ready or etc. And then they maybe give the freaking maybe they gave you the answer and whatever. Like, don't ever rush artist. It's never, whenever it's whenever artists are rushed, it's never gonna be a good sign. Because artists are creative souls. They wanna
Yes.
work their butts off for this X project to be best they can. It's just
doing your best takes time.
Yeah, and like, don't be like, for example, if you are doing art for yourself, don't be scared if it takes time. Don't be sad by that. It will take time.
Yeah, of course it will. It is a process.
And like, as somebody who is doing a creative work, I know it. Like, for finding the inspiration for this and that, it takes time. I know. Take your time. If you haven't if you have set like a specific deadline, then yikes.
Like, yeah, that is a problem.
But then if that delay, if you have to delay it, then delay it. It's not a big problem. Like, the best case, I would say, if you want to give a deadline, it will come out. It will be finished in this decade. That's the best. because of the most of the time, the decade is like far away.
Yes.
Like, but like, if you have a freaking, I don't know, a model or something, and you say it's probably gonna get, I'm probably getting like freaking in this autumn, like in September or October. Usually, I would say give them at least like a year ahead. Like, say them that this will be like 2026 or 2027. Actually, it's ready 2025. To like, that's a good leadway to give them at least the time. Give the artist the time to finish and make the art or the rigging or whatever good.
Yeah, without any pressure.
Yeah. And then if the freaking art isn't, or whatever, acting isn't finished on time, then you can just say, we are gonna wait for the next autumn or next month. Then you can actually give the artist. Then the artist is gonna have a little bit more time to finish acting, or the freaking maker has more time to finish the acting. Yeah, I would say that's everything that I wanted to talk about.
So, well, thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. And everybody go and follow Arina in everywhere. Every social media is gonna be linked down below in the description. If you like the content, subscribe and and follow her on every social media. Like I said, every social media is gonna be linked down.
Yes.
Except
I stream on Twitch.
Yeah.
I have YouTube for my shorts and my VODs, and I have an X. So
everything is gonna be linked below. And if
also subscribe to our favorite host of this amazing series. He's working really hard, so go and click that subscribe button, okay?
Yeah, there's gonna be in the future exciting plans like game shows and collabs.
Nice.
And
that is exciting.
And people, sorry that in this week there's not gonna be the Star Wars video. That thing got delayed or cancelled in more like because the freaking files got corrupt. Sorry.
No.
But I'm gonna edit something else. But yeah, thanks. And if you enjoy the content, like and subscribe. Join my Discord. There's fun people there. Most of the people are really lovely. They deserve every new follower that they get, and I hope they can get a job out of being a VTuber. But yeah, I will see you next week. Bye.
Bye bye.